Thank you very much for joining me. We all know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in Rome to discuss the matter of the insecurity that has been bedeviling this country for over 15 to 16 years. But why I'm not surprised, I can see that there are so many Northerners who are rising up to say that Nigeria should not bargain with the Western powers for security deal, because we know that Tinubu is in a serious bargain with Italy, with Donald Trump. There is going to be a conversation, just like the likes of Qatar, the likes of Kuwait had with America, where America will provide the security intelligence and apparatus and even the manpower for an exchange for resource. You know, the Northerners are telling us that no, Nigeria is a sovereign state, that Nigeria shouldn't request the help of United States of America or any other Western powers to secure our borders, because if we do that, the Americans will come in and exploit us, that this is against the sovereignty of our nation. Well, while I might agree a little bit to that fact, but here is a deal. They must understand that the greatest people that have enabled insecurity in these countries are indeed the Northerners. Christopher Musa, the chief defense staff, in a eye-popping, very, very disturbing video, he said that the northern civilians, right, in most cases, welcome these Fulani bandits, whether they are local Fulani bandits, whether they are Fulani bandits from Niger Republic, from Burkina Faso, and whatnot. But he said that they keep giving them a leeway to thrive and to actually survive. Please, is this not internal sabotage? Is this not a situation whereby you are trying to mend the fence to actually fix the problem? We are the one pumping the resources into this security fight against banditry, because if you look at it, for over 15 years, nothing less than 45 trillion has been spent. And I can categorically tell you that 85% of that money comes from the south, from the oil money, from the internal generator revenue that is, earned from the southwest, from the south, and whatnot. But here they are. They will always rise up whenever there is a rational or a reasonable move that will cut and stop the Nigerian insecurity. Before I continue my analysis, quickly watch an excerpt of Christopher Musa, then we'll continue the program.
Our reporters in Katsina, Kaduna, and a few other states in the Northeast, they reported that people welcome them because they're afraid for their lives. What is it that the army and the government can do to make sure that these people are not feeling more at ease with the bandits and the criminals than they are with our own military men?
That's why programs like this are very important. We tend to, by these discussions, we try to get across to everyone in Nigeria, a community, to know that everybody has a role to play. I mean, when I was in Maiduguri, part of the issues where we had some successes then was we were able to deny them. We discussed with the citizens. We made them understand that you see something, report as quickly as possible.
Okay, welcome back. Now, as you can see over there, these are not my words. These are coming from the lips of the Chief of Defense Staff. But again, you see, Nigeria, whether we like it or not, there will never be peace. There can never be security guaranteed if the people are not ready to be protected. The civilians who are supposed to be the whistleblowers, for as long as they feel that these people are fighting for one of their own cause or demand, my brother, there's nothing you want to do. Nobody can stop the insecurity. Yes. I mean, there are videos out there that we saw bandits. These are young boys of 18, 19. These boys are being celebrated in communities. In fact, the other day, I saw a Katsina local government chairman. He attended the wedding of a bandit. He seated with them. Please, what is he trying to project to the remaining people who are not bandits? Please tell me, how will a young child who does not get basic education, he doesn't get basic social amenities, nothing from the government, please, how will not be aspiring to become a celebrity bandit in the next few years when the local government chairman are legitimizing their moves. In fact, in some cases, they are giving them titles, chieftaincy title. Abba now, Abba. For how long? And this is why I say that the northern youths who are elite, in most cases, they'll be silent. The Sultan, the most powerful Islamic, ruler in Nigeria, who should come out openly and consistently condemn moves like this, are always silent. This is why I beg to question: is this not complicitness? Why would you just be quiet in the face of these things? We cannot continue to say that we do not want the help of Western powers. We do not want the help of external machineries. Okay, why are we going out to buy guns, tanks, rockets? Why are we buying bullets from Ukraine, from Russia, from China, if we do not truly need the help of external bodies? I want to ask the Northerners, when the issue of Gaza and Israel was going on, we saw them openly campaigning in interest of the Palestine. While I might agree, maybe in the event of humanity or on whatever excuse I want to give, I can be remorseful for the attacks of the Israel on the Hamas, but these things, we don't have any business with it. At home, our house is on fire. Then why should we see Northerners who are not protesting for the bandits to go, but we see them protesting openly that Shetima should keep speaking on behalf of Palestine? Does it make sense to you? We are supposed to settle our own case, right? We are supposed to be able to iron out the differences that we have, whatever differences, whether ethnicity, whether religion. Let us iron it out as a citizen of a country, of a contraption named Nigeria. Let us iron it out that our differences, we must get to a breaking or a melting point, that these are our standards, these are our do's and don'ts. But here we are, always in this constant infighting. And the revelation of, Christopher Musa has actually further elucidated to me why the North will always been against anybody seeking a Western power. I mean, this takes me back to the era of 2013, when Jonathan sought the help of South Africa. Jonathan sought the help of Bulgarians, that they should come and help us wipe out the Boko Harams. I mean, at the early stage, when they were about to do that, it was the Islamic traditional ruler who came out and said, including Sheikh Gumi, they said an attack on the Boko Haram is an attack on the North. I beg, Abba, we cannot move forward as a nation. Is Qatar, Kuwait, when they were about to be swallowed by Iraq, the what's his name? Is it? I can't recall his name now, but the then dictator of Iraq, who was actually, assassinated by the Americans. This guy, they needed to call on America, and America went in there, clean up all those Iraqi soldiers, sent them back, and since that time, in the late 80s, Americans have remained in Qatar and Kuwait, securing their borders, securing their oil pipelines, and they have been getting their own share, but that has not in any way stopped Qatar and Kuwait to be very economical, to be very developed. You see, why they are doing that is very simple. The insecurity, the banditries are politically motivated. These things, they are using it to checkmate the Nigerian people. Whenever the South always come up with the agitation that enough is enough, the one Nigerian system, we are tired of it, I am telling you, in no time, you see this Fulani militias and mercenaries, they will descend on everybody. I am telling you, that's what's happening. Because tell me one positivity behind your rejection of Nigeria not going in collaboration with powerful countries. Saudi Arabia, I just saw it now, that Saudi Arabia are about to sign a contract with Donald Trump. This is a deal that is similar to the Qatar. A deal, because Qatar has gotten a deal with America that anybody that attacks Qatar has attacked America. Now, Saudi has, are about to go into such negotiation that if anybody attacks Saudi, it is as good as you are attacking what? America. And what that simply means that America will not be doing that for free. You will be paying them, and you pay them with resources. The same America, there was a time that we have what is Aramco. You know what Aramco means? It simply means Arabian and American company. That is the meaning. If you look at the history of Aramco oil, it simply means Arabia and American company. It was that America, they actually operationalized that company for over 50 years before Aramco bought all the shares back. Then they nationalized it. Today, Saudi Arabia owns 100% of the shares of Aramco. I beg, Saudi Arabia today, Nigeria does not have 5% of the wealth. So why will some people stand in that way of development? Tinubu cannot go to Rome and sit there with peace of mind. He has so many allegations that he is running a Muslim ticket, that there's Christian genocide. You know, America sent their agents. So many Islamic sects avoided them. The guy went to Arise News, he reported it. You know, all these things does not make sense. Let us have security back. We cannot continue like this. When so many people of the Middle Belt begin to cry that they want to secede, that they don't want to be seen as a North Central people, that they just want to be seen as Middle Belt, that they don't want to have the North attached to them, that they are not under the body called Arewa, that they just want to stay on their own. You know, when I look at these things, I just accept that it is justified. Because you cannot say you reject, the North cannot say you reject some certain things and you want to benefit from what other people benefit. It doesn't make sense. You cannot say that there are some sort of businesses, some sort of, lifestyles that are not in line with halal, but when IGR are made from alcohol, from, let's say, prostitution in the South, we all know that these things are legalized in the South. Yes, prostitution is legalized in Lagos. And at this stage, people don't even body shame. Nobody looks at a prostitute like less of a human because they pay their tithe and tax. But it doesn't make sense that you, who says that these things are haram, when it comes to the sharing of the revenue made from tax accrued, you want to have your share. That is total hypocrisy. It is total hypocrisy. For me, it doesn't make any sense. And this is why we have always said that whether we like it or not, we are going to get to that point of evaporation where nobody will be able to lie to themselves anymore. Okay? We will get to that point that we will all either sit on that round table and have a peaceful, conclusion that this is how we want to run the country. This is how we want to move forward. Or we descend into another civil war. Because for me, we are getting to that edge. Tinubu has, using his own level of sectional and regional politics, he has appointed so many things. We have seen how the North have lamented, they are the ones agitating now. We can see how they are hungry, from making the INEC chairman, who is a Yoruba man, to the NNPC chairman. We can see all these things. All these things must continue, because if we do not frustrate ourselves, provoke ourselves, then we will not get to that point of let us have a rethink of this Nigerian constitution, because it doesn't make any sense. The double standardness must stop. I don't see any reason why anybody should say that we shouldn't have a partnership with a Western power. Nigeria will not be the first to do it, and Nigeria is not the last. In fact, with the issue of Saudi going into the deal with America now, I think Nigeria should take the chance with Donald Trump immediately. If you're not joining, please kindly like and subscribe. Bye for now.
Keep quiet. Don't, because of fear, you refuse to take action. And action doesn't mean going to confront them. Action means maybe going somewhere, getting a call, sending a message across, look, these guys are here, these people are here, and then you refuse to support them. And then you'll be able to identify those ones that are within the community, because sometimes there's this conspiracy of silence. You know somebody is doing something, you know the person. You can see somebody that you know that is not doing any legitimate work. You see him the next day, he has bought a brand new vehicle, and nobody is asking questions. we should be able to follow. And those are what aspects that communities should be able to look at. You see somebody who always operates only at night. Daytime, you don't see him. Only at night, he goes out, comes back, funny time when they're carrying heavy bags and all these things. In Maiduguri, we're able to do that, such that in markets, motor parks, even commercial drivers, they see you with a heavy bag, they find out what are you carrying. That has assisted us in identifying who are those ones conveying drugs. We arrested people conveying weapons, ammunition, and all sorts of illegal items. So that's why we say it's important for every member of the community to know he has a role to play in this aspect of security so that we can, because the enemy lives with us. And like it is said, the terrorists survive within the community. So the citizens are like the fluid with which the terrorists operate. If the fluid are supporting them, they will flow well. If they are not, it will be impossible for them. The Fulani man favors his cow than a human being. That's the mentality. He doesn't have land. He doesn't have everything. He thinks is his cow. So to him, when you kill his cow, it's like you've killed him. And in his own kind of ideas, he thinks taking revenge on humans. And that's why those are the issues we're saying. Now, what happens? We have a lot of youths from the native. Both the Fulani have criminals that are youths that are criminals. The natives have youths that are criminal. Now, what they do is that those guys work together. We have the natives that also have their headers. They have animals with the Fulanis. The native criminals, youths, will go and rustle their own fellow native cows and give it to the Fulani criminals. Those ones will go and sell. Or the Fulani criminals will go and rustle and give these ones to go and sell. So it is a business. That is what they are doing from within. And the issue is that, yes, once you do this, these guys are going to come to want to take revenge. Because, the Fulani one thinks once you take his eye, it's like you are killing him. He's coming. They will run away. When they run away, who gets killed? Women and children and elderly. So you see, it is, and then now bitterness has come into the issues. Now it has become a think tank. And because we try as much of what they do normally is, once they see where here is defended, they look for any isolated village and just attack it. As a revenge. The idea is that they've killed somebody.